So contrary to all popular rumors, Season 16 of Big Brother was not all veterans. Now, on Twitter, all the veterans were playing this up, and they were really leading us to believe that Big Brother was going to be all veterans this season. And who can blame the producers if they actually wanted to go with an all-star season? I mean, last season there was so much controversy. I would not have been surprised if this had been an all-star season. And frankly, I was kind of enjoying the idea that it was going to be an all-star season. But it's not. It's all new people. So hopefully this represents a trend, and from here on out, if you plan to apply next year for Big Brother, chances are very good that you will actually be getting an opportunity to go to an interview and audition and everything else. So hopefully it's going to be all newbies from here on out. No veterans. Please. No veterans. First person that we're going to talk about, and I'm actually going to do my cast review video kind of haphazardly. I'm going to be doing it over the course of the next week. I'm doing research on each of the contestants. I'm the type of person that will go on your YouTube. I will subscribe to your channel, and I will watch every single damn video that you have just to know more about you and to make predictions about if you're going to go very far in Big Brother. So if you go to YouTube and you plan to apply for Big Brother, you better make your YouTube interesting, because I'm going to be watching that. Make it more interesting than mine, which isn't going to be very hard. But, you know, we've got to talk about Frankie Grande. This is Ariana Grande's brother. He is probably the gayest person I have ever seen in my life. Now granted, it doesn't come across in all the videos on his YouTube. Some of them he's very professional. He's doing it, you know, spot on. He's got like 155 videos on his YouTube channel. He's a huge YouTube personality. He has gathered, and he claims he did this just by the fact that he's good at his YouTube. He's a social media personality. Used to be on Broadway and decided to go off of Broadway because he's only making $900 a week. So he decided to make YouTube his life. He's making better money at YouTube. Quite apparently, because we haven't seen him on any other gigs since he started doing his YouTube. He's been quite successful. He's been doing collaborations with other famous YouTubers, like Anthony is seen in a number of his videos, from everything from twerking to, they did this long, like, hour and 55-minute game show called the Grande Games. I would love, in the future, to have enough YouTube followers where I could just make a living off of YouTube and do nothing but YouTube, and make up my own little games where we're writing on pieces of paper and doing trivia and crap, and we're having an hour-and-a-half stream talking basically about bullshit, and have 1 million followers. I think he's like at 250,000 followers, if I remember correctly. I'd heard in one of the reports, one of the blogs said that he had 500,000 followers, but I think they're taking into account his Twitter followers too, because he's huge on Twitter. He claims that all of this is because he's just a huge personality and people love him, which that may be true. But his sister is also Ariana Grande. Now granted, she's only been popular for maybe about a year. She's really blown up. She was on Victorious, a Nickelodeon show, so if you're in the teeny bopper shows, the Disney crowd, then you know who she is. If you're not in that crowd, then you probably have no idea who she is. Like, most Big Brother fans are like, I don't think this is going to make that much of a difference because I have no clue who she is. I've only heard of her. I've not actually heard a single song that she's ever done, so I can't tell you if she's really good or not. I can't tell you if she's a great pop star. Really don't know. I did know Frankie, though, because he is a huge YouTube personality, and some of his videos are good, and then some of them are not. Like, he spends a lot of his time dancing, which he's a fairly good dancer. He has no ass, but he is, you know, he does a fairly good dance routine. He twerks. That's one of his things. He took that from Miley. And he's really, really, really into Justin Bieber. He has pictures taken. Of course, all this is probably from the fact that Ariana, who is his younger sister, is in with this crowd, and she's a pop star, so she has, you know, VIP access to their concerts and everything. He is huge on Justin Bieber. I am 35 years old. Granted, there are a few Justin Bieber songs that I actually like. Very few. Granted, since he's now an adult, he is really, really hot. But at 31 years of age, I would not be so hung up on Justin Bieber like a fangirl. I don't see how people our age are that enamored with Justin Bieber. I just can't see it. But he, he's in that pop star crowd. He runs with his sister, so, those are the type of people that he would like to hang out with, I'm sure. He also claims he can sing, I think. But I've not actually heard him sing. I have not gotten, like I said, he's got 155 videos on his YouTube channel. I've only seen like 10. Because some of them are really freaking long. Some of them are just downright fucking boring. So I can't watch them. But he is friends with Glozell Green, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. I love her channel. And I know he's done collaborations with Lohanthony, like I had said. There were a couple other famous YouTubers that he has done. So this actually works in his favor. A lot of people say that his sister being famous is an unfair advantage. Now granted, most of the people in the house are not going to know who Ariana Grande is. And he's not going in there and he's not going to tell them his real last name. He's not going to tell them what he really does for a living. So unless they are one of those 250,000 subscribers on YouTube, unless they have a YouTube channel themselves, or unless they really like teeny bopper music, which most of them are, like I said, over 21, and that median age I think is like 27 this year. So they're not going to know who Ariana Grande is, more than likely. So I think he's safe there. He can skate by. But he's kind of into himself. He's terrified that he's going to be recognized in the house by his YouTube channel. Most of us that do YouTube know that we're not going to get recognized. Oh, I have gotten recognized a few times when I've been out in public at my job. People have come in from my drag race reviews and they've actually commented and said things to me. Some of them haven't been very nice. And some of the drag queen contestants, they recognize me. And if they're in the airport where I work and they see me, they turn and look the other way because they don't want to look at me. But that's neither here nor there. But you're not going to be super famous from YouTube. Tyler Oakley, who's a huge Big Brother fan, I think Shane Dawson, who's a huge Big Brother fan, it's very likely they're going to be promoting Frankie, just the same as Glozell and Lohanthony. They're going to be promoting him. They're actually probably going to all be watching this, tweeting about it, posting videos about it. So that's his unfair advantage, not his sister. It's his YouTube connections. But before you complain about it, it's going to be good for the ratings. It really is. So this was a smart move on Robin Cass's part by casting him. I think he was a recruit. I don't think he actually applied. He was a recruit. There are a lot of recruits this season, which also has people pissed off. But the thing about it is, Robin was thinking very carefully, very strategically, and this was a very smart move. There's a very good chance he's going to end up on Team America, based on popularity polls. There's going to be 2 HOHs, and I'm pretty sure Team America is going to choose one of the HOHs. It's kind of a twist on the MVP twist from last year. There's a very good chance he's going to be on Team America quite a bit. I'm sure these polls are going to change. People are going to fall off the team, they're going to join the team. We don't really know how that's going to happen. There's going to be a new competition called Battle of the Block. That should be very interesting. Not quite sure how that's going to work, but we will find out next week when the show premieres. But back to Frankie. Well, I've really kind of gone off the rails with this one, but Frankie has said that his strategy to win this season is not to use fame or fortune or anything like that. It's to be happy, well-liked, and to win a bunch of HOHs so that he, stays there. Winning HOHs is not a strategy. I'm sorry, you cannot use that as a strategy. It is not going to work. You do not know what those challenges are going to be. You do not know what the other people are going to be in the house. You do not know what your your advantages are or disadvantages. I'm sure Kathy Hillis thought that she was going to go in the house and win a bunch of HOHs too. She didn't. It doesn't matter your physical fitness. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It's all random who wins HOHs. So, I'm sorry, but I don't think that is a relevant strategy. And being happy and well-liked can be kind of difficult to do as well. There are a lot of people that have gone on the show that I liked, that were very positive, very likable, and they've gone very, very early on in the season. His life's motto: shine bright like a Frankie. Clearly he got that from Rihanna. So he loves Rihanna. Another musical reference. Shine bright like a Frankie. Shine bright like a fucking Frankie. I mean, at this point there's nothing else to say. That's very narcissistic and it's very annoying. It's just annoying. But you know what? I also thought last year that Nick Uhas, who by the way also did a collaboration on Frankie's YouTube channel after the show was over last year. They both were on his Topless Tuesday video. And Frankie was just rubbing all over Nick Uhas. And Nick Uhas was just eating it up. But Nick Uhas, I thought last year, was going to be very annoying based on his interview. And I ended up liking him, even though he only lasted 2 weeks. But I did like him. Because he dialed back his personality. And I think that's what Frankie's going to have to do if Frankie wants to get very far.